get offended. Don't get offended. I love Russia. Don't get me wrong. Don't get offended. But I can already see it happen, right? Don't get offended. I'm just saying. It's my opinion. It's my opinion. My opinion, my video, my channel. Go fuck yourself if you don't like it. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to JellyGoonTv. Welcome back to all you beautiful people on YouTube. Welcome back to my family and my viewers. Thank you so much. If you haven't already, please do subscribe and hit that notification button to get updated on newest videos that come to this channel when you become a member of the JellyGoon Squad, of course. Today we have another video, but before I get to that, I want to say please do watch the ads on these videos in order to support your favorite YouTuber. It'd be massively appreciated as you will up the content on this YouTube channel. Also, check out my Instagram, my Twitter, and my Discord, of course. It'll be massively appreciated. But anyway, guys and girls, today we have another video. We are going to react to regular things that are legal in Russia. Now, this is going to be amazing. I know I'm going to have a lot of people that call it's propaganda. It's Just shut the fuck up and watch this movie, you stupid fuck. I'm not taking sides. I'm just curious and I'm learning. Now, shut the fuck up, please. Just shut up. Thank you. You can come with your opinion, but be respectful. Like, oh, it's propaganda, you dumb fuck. You don't know that? Dude, you spit so much propaganda in the comment section. Shut the fuck up, man. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into this video and let's learn something about beautiful Russia. Love this country to death, man. Regular things that are legal in Russia. Let's see what it is. Let's go.
A Russian man, let's call him Alexei, is about to commit a crime. He's part of a gang that deals in illegal products.
Okay.
He walks down a dark alleyway late at night to meet another guy who he's been told is called Vasily.
And
The
he
two
has to
communicated
pose,
on the phone just the other day, with Vasily telling Alexei that his clients are desperate for a fix since that last big bust. Alexei told him not to worry. A big shipment has just come in and there's enough for everybody. We're gonna make a lot of money, said Alexei.
We'll make a lot of money.
What exactly does Alexei have to sell? And what is Vasily so desperate to buy? Heroin? Cocaine? Methamphetamine? MDMA? The answer is none of those things. The answer is cheese. And on this occasion, cheddar cheese, that most wonderful food that originates in the country of England. These two criminals are well aware that they could do some serious time for cheese dealing.
Are you
so now
kidding
let's
me?
have a look at why, as well as other insane things you won't believe are illegal in Russia. Number 10. Imported food products. In 2015, you might have read a story in the media about an organized Russian crime gang that was arrested for importing over $20 million of illegal cheese.
Fucking geniuses,
you're
man.
thinking, you've heard that cheese might be slightly addictive, but come on, Russia, really? Is cheese really that bad? Is it tearing at the fabric of society? Are there infomercials in Russia being shown with eggs being fried along with the words, "This is your brain on cheese"? Well, the Russian government is indeed telling its citizens to just say no to cheese, but not because cheese is inherently bad for people. The reason is Russia's ban on imported food products that started in 2014. This was called a retaliatory food import ban because Russia was retaliating for sanctions being placed on it. The problem was, while this led to cheese production inside Russia increasing, people still wanted their delicious fix from other cheese-making countries. People wanted real Italian mozzarella on their pizza, with some Russians saying the homemade version of pizza didn't quite meet their expectations. Italian restaurant owners were up in arms about it. This didn't mean that local folks were looking at doing hard time for putting illegal French camembert on their toast, but criminals have been imprisoned for illegally importing various banned food products. Right after the ban, there was a hotline people could call if they thought an illegal food dealer was working in their area. If someone got a whiff of European cheese in their hood, they could inform the authorities and the cheese seller could go to prison. Those who were part of the cheese ring we mentioned were reported to be looking at serving 10 years behind bars. It was serious business,
for selling
with
cheese.
one resource saying Russians were buying cheese the same way people bought weed in 1980s Brooklyn. Corner stores have become black market cheese dealers.
Awesome.
It wasn't only cheese, of course. Illegal products could be meat, poultry, and fruits. Yeah, that means in Russia there's such a thing as contraband sausage. In fact, some Russians watched in disbelief as contraband foods were destroyed on live TV. What they beheld was the destruction of things such as Polish apples, Dutch cheese, and Danish pork. Even some dumplings were seized by the cops and then—
Let me pause it. What the fuck you got a problem with Danish pork for? That's good shit. Nah, I'm just kidding. Anyway, let me say this before the comments drive in. It's propaganda, it doesn't real. I remember that Russia did get a sanction from the EU. They got a lesson or something. I don't know what the fuck they did. I have no idea, really. But they got something from it. And Russia trying to retaliate by not buying the food that— I heard this before. I really heard it on the news and on papers and everything. That Russia didn't want to buy things from the West because they don't want to support the West. Because why? Because the West put sanctions on Russia. Why would we support you guys? We are our own country, and you know how Russia is. Russia's always want to be their own boss. They don't want to, other countries to tell what they need to do. No, Russia is not like that. Russia is their own country, so they're trying to build it from home. The problem is with that, and I know I hear your comments already in the comment section down below. The problem is with that this is culture, right? So people, they want to try different things. Now, you can only do it in such time because there is going to be criminal things like this, right? For example, in Denmark, the smokes have gotten up. Well, the black market smokes have gotten up because people, they are willing to buy cheap smokes now, right? Because the government fucks up every single time for the people. They don't know what the people want. That's why. Everybody's so egocentric that they think about, their pride. That they don't want to bow under for anybody. Instead of just enjoying their people, enjoying their country and everything like that, right? So people in Russia, they really did need other cultures. They need other things. They want mozzarella on their fucking pizza. Like, you know what I mean? That's the crazy part of it. But Russia was like, nah, man, we ain't fucking with you people. Because you fuck us up. You basically deny us from being friends. Why should we support you, right? And I totally get that. I totally understand that. Trust me. That's like when your friend fucking your ex or something like that, right? Why? I can't trust you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I never understood that, but a girlfriend, let's say a girlfriend or something, right? You can't trust the person. Well, Russia got sanctioned for doing something that is in their interest, of course. But yeah, anyway, let's get into it.
Killed and incinerated. Some folks were pretty darn mad at the government since millions of Russians live below the poverty line. Others shouted, "How can you do this? It's an act of fromagicide." But food is only the tip of the crazy iceberg. Number 9. Popular blogs. So you've been blogging for a while in Russia and you've started getting very many page views per day. Damn, you're almost internet famous and you're mighty proud of that fact. But then one day you hear a knock at the door and it's the cops.
Oh, shit.
They're not happy at all about your online celebrity status. The reason for that is if a blog in Russia starts getting more than 3,000 page views a day, by law it has to be registered with the country's mass media regulator, Roskomnadzor. This law was approved in 2014 and many Russians were not happy about it. The law also meant that bloggers cannot be anonymous and that the data must be kept on Russian servers. If you break any of these rules, you could find yourself in trouble. Critics called the move a crackdown on free expression in Russia, stating that Vladimir Putin was flexing his muscles, making sure that no one could start criticizing him online. In fact, Putin takes a dim view of the internet and has said before that it is a CIA project, which is tinfoil hat.
Let me pause here. I just want to say one thing. You know what? Fuck the comments that say, "Oh, Putin, ride my dick." Ride Putin's dick however you want. But Putin is flexing a lot of things in the fucking media, right? So in Russia, you can't really write or anything about what you want. If you ever get famous or something, you, of course, the government, you have to watch out what you're saying. Because, there's a lot of things going on. Now, I know the Putin right diggers, they're going to be there, the Soviet Union, whatever, the people who write dicks on that. I totally understand it, and you can hate this video whatever you want. I really generally don't give a fuck. You can suck my motherfucking dick. But Putin wanna be tough guy, right? He wanna, censor everybody. He wanna turn everybody down. Now, I'm not saying Russia and Putin is not good for the country because Putin is actually showing strength. He's showing balls against the EU and everything for the Russian being themselves, right? Russian mentality is different than everybody else. But I'm just saying, Putin is a very selfish man, like a very selfish man. And you know what? Unsubscribe from this fucking YouTube if you want to bitch and complain in the comments like you always do. You are welcome to write down your opinion, but fuck you guys who riding Putin's dick and call this propaganda. Go fuck yourself. Let's go.
A little crazy right there. But
and I'm saying that on my motherfucking mom, bitch ass motherfucker.
Number 8. Memes. Have you ever seen a really funny meme containing an image
All
of
Russians call this propaganda. Everything's propaganda. You can't talk about Russians without it being propaganda. It's impossible. It's fucking impossible. Because you sit on your little computer and try to do it like,
There's even one with him and US President Donald Trump on the back of a horse. Kind of funny, eh? But not so funny, according to Roskomnadzor. It's said that making fun of people in a meme is illegal, with a law being passed a few years ago.
Memes harm the honor, dignity, and business of public figures. They are evil.
Of using images violate the laws governing personal data.
You see what I'm saying?
The honor, dignity, and business of public figures. But surely the authorities wouldn't put a person in prison just for having a bit of fun. Tell that to Maria Motuznaya, a young Russian girl who back in 2018 was labeled an extremist for posting memes on the internet. Her memes were mostly about religion and not public figures per se, but that was enough for the Russian government to send the cops around to her house and take her away for interrogation. One of the memes consisted of a group of nuns about to light up cigarettes. The caption below was, "Quick, while God isn't looking." We thought that was kind of amusing, but the Russian government didn't giggle. Far from it. Maria ended up
in the sinner.
with hate speech and offending religious folks' feelings. She was looking at a possible 6 years in prison just because of a bunch of pretty harmless memes. When she got the knock on the door and realized she was being investigated for her allegedly criminal memes, she couldn't believe the authorities were being serious.
Yeah, I thought it was a joke. Like, I thought, like, what the fuck?
The first time when I was shown the warrant, I laughed and asked, "Are you serious?" I thought it was a joke of some kind. Maybe it's my friends playing a trick on me. As her case was going on, a 19-year-old guy was also under investigation for posting memes. One of his memes compared the Game of Thrones character Jon Snow to the almighty Jesus Christ.
Must be embarrassing
he was also
for
called
Russian
an
people.
undesirable citizen, and he was subsequently investigated. As for Maria, she got off in the end.
Nice,
the
good.
good news is that the Kremlin later decided to change the laws somewhat and not come down so hard on
That's
meme makers.
good.
Still, the laws are in place
That's the
today,
Russian
and that
people
means
right
you
there,
can get
man.
in trouble for posting a doctored picture of Putin riding a bear.
No,
Yeah,
that's
that
a good.
meme exists.
Let me pause here. That's a good ass picture. Putin riding a bear. Don't take that down. That's a good ass meme. Don't take that down. Let's go.
Just don't share it if you're Russian.
By the way, I'm not
if
mad.
You think
I'm
that's
just, you know,
crazy.
me.
It's gonna get crazier. Number 7. WTF. Imagine a Russian version of Quentin Tarantino's Pulp Fiction
Ooh,
playing in Moscow
that could be
theaters.
nice.
How much fun would that be? You'd hear the translation from the opening part of the movie when Samuel Jackson is interrogating the young man.
Do you speak
Say
Russian?
One more time. I dare you. I double dare you. The next word would have been left out in the Russian version, as would a good part of the entire script.
Yeah.
That's because in 2014, Vladimir Putin signed a law that banned all cursing in theater performances. Not only that, cursing is also not allowed in movies, TV, and the media. Get caught
Well,
using
that's
bad
not
language,
different
and if
than
you're
us.
a company, you could be fined up to $1,400.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, let me pause it. That's not different than us. Like when you go on live TV and you curse, of course you get a fine. That's no different than us. Putin just did what the rest of the world did, right? He's trying to, act domain, trying to, do his thing, right? Look, I'm not a Putin hater, but I hate these fucking dick riders who come around my comment section. Stop riding Putin's dick, man. Get a fucking life, you stupid motherfucker. Let's go.
If it's just a person caught swearing, they could be fined $70. Imagine how much cash has to be put in the Russian government's swear jar. On top of that, if the content
me,
in
too.
any form, including
Right?
books, has bad language in it, it
I'm
must have a
independent,
warning label on the
motherfucker.
jacket. It's said that the reason for the profanity law is to preserve the beauty of the Russian language, even though Russians curse all the time in real life, especially Putin, who
Russians
sees
are
all
awesome.
the memes about him on the internet. Now let's continue to explore Russia's love-hate relationship with the internet with number 6. No drugs, please. We're Russian. There are illegal substances in Russia just like there are in other countries,
drugs,
but
we're
Russia
Russian.
has taken things a little further and banned websites that talk about drugs. The move was to prevent young folks from getting into drugs.
can see that
But
happening.
what if
I can
folks
see
can't
that.
find the
Definitely.
right information about such substances? Some drug websites, such as the US-based Arrowhead, aren't exactly anti or pro-drugs, but it can serve as a useful resource if you want to know more about a certain drug. But in Russia, this could be seen as promoting the use of drugs, and so such a website
I can
was
understand
blocked
why
with
that. I
ban.
think it's
In
wrong. I think it
2015,
should be
Russian authorities
public
blocked
knowledge,
part of
right?
Reddit and thought about blocking the entire site because there was a thread going on about growing magic mushrooms. A Wikipedia page was also blocked for a while because it contained information about a certain type of Indian hashish.
Let me pause here. If you get your information from Wikipedia, like most of my comment section does, you should really do some research, man, because Wikipedia is not the most reliable thing to, post up. But yeah, anyway, let's go.
In fact, in 2019, Russia banned a grand total of 21,000 websites that contained information about illegal drugs. Meanwhile, that same year, Russia stood in 4th place for alcohol consumption. Booze is such
Well,
a big
come
problem
on.
in the country that some organizations have called it a national disaster. We should add, though, that Russia
Russia's
has been
not the
trying
only
to crack
country.
down on
Russia's
booze.
not the only
Another
country.
ban now in place is drinking in parks and other public areas.
okay.
Yeah, you could be arrested for bringing out a bottle of wine
Oh,
while picnicking
really?
with your lover.
Interesting.
Some of Russia's bans, though, is something we could all get behind. Number 5. Jehovah's
Not really.
Witnesses. You can be sure of one thing in Russia, and that's the fact that you won't be getting a knock on the door, and when you open it, there are 2 smartly dressed folks who say, "We're here to talk about the only true God, Jehovah." The US-based Christian denomination has about 8.5 million members worldwide, and those that belong to the religion have been known to turn up at the door while you're watching TV. Not in Russia. In 2017, the country outlawed the religion. If you belong to it, you will be labeled an extremist. Some people are presently in prison for admitting that they are a Jehovah's
Jesus
Witness
Christ.
and trying to spread the word. What does Putin think about the religion? He called it complete
Let me
nonsense.
pause here. I just want to say one thing. It is complete nonsense, and I totally disagree with the religion. But in order for you to have your religion, they're supposed to be free to believe in what they believe in. They should never, ever, and sometimes they are extremists, because you cannot to have other limbs from other people and blood and everything. That should definitely be illegal, and everything like that. But who are you to say that they cannot to believe in what they want to believe in? You talk about freedom, you talk about everything, right? But they can't believe in what they want to believe in. You want to deny them their right to believe what they want to believe just because they don't believe in God or whatever, known religion that is okay or accepted. You know what I mean? Everything is bullshit, but people, they buy it. So why are they down? If you talk about not pressing people down or suppressing people, right? Why are these people down? Get into it, let's go.
Putin is certainly not a-religious, he's just what you call Orthodox Christian.
Now, there's a lot of people who hate these guys.
TV watching interrupted by a knock on the door as much as the rest of us. Now we turn to the darker side of Russia. Number 4, gay pride.
And I understand why they can't knock on the door, but not like
the streets of Russia
ISIS,
this year,
right?
or next year, or for many decades to come. And that's because in 2012, Russia banned gay pride parades for a century.
Oh.
Yeah, you heard that right, 100 years. In fact, Russia has what's called a gay propaganda law. It's not illegal to be gay or lesbian or bisexual or transgender in Russia, but it is illegal to outwardly be proud about sexuality that Russia doesn't deem traditional. In a country that already has quite a large number of people who are prejudiced against sexual minorities, the 2013 law only served to create more antipathy. There are plenty of activists and reasonable people in Russia that have criticized the law, but their beliefs have often led to bullying and harassment. In fact, in January 2020,
what do you think I go
news
through
reports told
these
us
crazy
that Russian
Russians?
activist named
Love them.
Yulia Tsvetkova was placed under house arrest by the authorities. What had she done? The answer is she had posted a drawing she had created on social media. The drawing had a same-sex couple with their 2 children. The text that accompanied the sketch said, "Family is where love is. Support LGBT+ families." For showing some love, she was charged with disseminating pornography, and she could spend 6 years in prison. In an interview, she said she had posted the drawing in support of a couple who had to flee Russia after they'd adopted 2 kids. In this respect, when we ask what regular things are banned in Russia, you could say one thing is human rights. Number 3.
Let me pause here. I just want to say one thing. And this shit is probably going to take him down. I understand that. But look, I understand Russia for being Russia. You know what I mean? They're very old school. They love their traditions and everything like that. And I totally understand when countries, they don't want to allow it in. There's a lot of countries still that don't want to allow it in. And I totally understand that. I get it. But, one thing that I really do respect LGBTQ or whatever the fuck the name is on that. I love them to death, man. It's a really good thing that, gay people could be whoever they want to be and don't have to die for it, don't have to be discriminated against. I think it's awesome, man. I really do. I think it's the most amazing thing in the world. People, they need to be whoever they be. But that said, I just want to say one thing, and that is that, we came to a point in 2020 where it's too much. It's way too much. Like, it's way too much. Way too fucking much. Like, you're taking this too far. Like, now you are trying to impale on all rights, right? So you're trying to call the straight guys fucked up or anything like that. Look, I respect LGBTQ or whatever the name is, right? I respect them. They can have whatever opinion they want to do. But because there's some people who disagree with them, they have to go out everybody. You're a white privileged little gay-ass mother, whatever they say what you are, whatever. I don't know, a little squeaker, I don't know what it is. But you against mine, and no. For me, there's man and there's woman. I can't see the wrong thing in that. Why are you offended by that? That's my opinion. Your opinion is different because you identify as another thing. So if I identify as straight, it should be illegal too. Like opinions, right? I should be able to have my own opinion and my own sexuality or whatever. But if I accept that there's men and women, why are you trying to change my opinion? Why are you trying to, change what I believe? That gives you no right. You know what I mean? So they're basically fighting against people judging them, but they're judging other people. They're trying to change other people. Like they don't want to be changed, right? It's kind of crazy, man. But anyway, I just want to say, I totally understand Russia. They have, traditional things like that. I don't agree with it whatsoever. I think LGBTQ is allowed to be wherever they want to be, and it's a freedom of the human species. But, some people and some, nationalists, they just don't have it. But it is what it is. Let's go.
Don't forget your ID. When Russians reach the ripe old age of 14, They're told they must carry an internal passport with them at all times when outside the house. This ID is issued by the Ministry of Internal Affairs. If a person is found to be without this document, they could be held by the police. Okay, so you decide you want to see Russia for yourself and go there on a vacation? Whether you're doing some sightseeing in Moscow or are hiking in Siberia, you must have your passport on you at all times.
That's the same in Thailand.
Yeah,
but
it doesn't matter where you are.
let me pause it. There's some rules that they don't get. They just don't care. The rules is rules, but they don't ask anything. They don't do anything like that. That's why. So yeah, but in Thailand they have the same thing. As a foreigner, you're supposed to have the passport on you all the time so they can identify you and everything like that. I totally get it. I don't understand why it's a big fuss. I really don't. Let's go.
Cops stop you and you can't show them your passport, you could be fined. That's us giving you some sound advice. Now, let's get crazy again. Number 2, driving. Okay, so driving isn't banned for everyone, but if you are transgender in Russia, you cannot get behind the wheel. You cannot ride a motorcycle either. What is this madness, you're probably thinking? Well, the law came in just a few years ago and was supposed to cut down on traffic accidents in the country. If you don't know already, Russia is renowned for its number of traffic accidents and fatalities. But what's that got to do with transgender people? The answer is that the government has stated that trans folks have a physical or mental disability. If you're a transvestite or kleptomaniac or fetishist, you're also barred from driving. Understandably, human rights activists have called this utterly ridiculous, but it's only slightly less crazy than the number 1 illegal thing in Russia. Number 1, lacy underwear. In 2014, Russia introduced a law that banned the sale or production of lace underwear. The same law was also introduced in Kazakhstan and Belarus. But why, you might be thinking, and it's a good question. The answer is because Putin wanted women wearing homemade Russian underwear that was at least 6% cotton. Women in those 3 countries didn't much like the idea of being told what they could wear.
I think it's a business move or something,
Some of them said they didn't want to go back to the Soviet days when women wore what you might call boring panties. In fact, a group of women protested the law, with some of them wearing lacy underwear on their heads and shouting, "Freedom to panties." They were subsequently arrested and taken to the police station. One guy who commented on the law said that people would just go abroad and buy their underwear. He told the media, "I think this is just another silly law that shows the ineffectiveness of our government."
It's a silly law, not everybody does enforce it. You gotta take it with a grain of salt.
Pulled over by the cops in Russia while wearing lacy underwear and carrying a Danish sausage in your pocket. Now, you need to watch
Denmark,
this video,
motherfucker.
Russian Sleep Experiment Explained, or have a look at this, why USSR had no serial
Let
killers.
me pause it, man. It's just crazy, man. I really did enjoy this video a lot. Now, I know for a fact there's gonna be a lot of people in the comments bitching and complaining and being mad and disliking the video because it does not enlighten my opinion, and I'm mad because you say against my opinion. You know what? Get the fuck out of here, you stupid motherfucker. If you cannot meet it with an open mind and you cannot understand what I'm trying to say and what I'm trying to tell, get the fuck away from this channel, you dumb motherfucker. I respect your opinion. You can comment whatever. I'm not deleting the comments down below. That's what you motherfuckers don't get. I don't delete your stupid comments. Like, most of the people who comment are fucking amazing people. But I don't delete your little stupid insults or whatever you're trying to get, because I just generally don't give a fuck about your opinion. I just don't care if you have nothing good to say or nothing, open-minded to say. Like, for example, people, they come with facts. They come with all these things. I love these people. I love these people who come with this shit. But if you just say, "Oh, he's a fucking idiot. Oh, he calls other people idiot. He's an idiot." Go fuck yourself, dude. Really? Are you trying to, diss down on my appearance? You unlogically fuck, man. You ain't got shit to come with. That's why you in the comment section. But enough about that. I love my subscribers and I know they're gonna support this. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I really think there are some crazy things about Russian rules. There's a lot of places, but don't get offended. Don't get offended. I love Russia. Don't get me wrong. Don't get offended. But I can already see it happen, right? Don't get offended. I'm just saying. It's my opinion. It's my opinion. My opinion, my video, my channel. Go fuck yourself if you don't like it. Comment down below. Comment down below if you have a comment, of course. And please hit the like button down below. It'd be massively appreciated. As always, in order to support it, this video is going to get disliked. I already know it. So if you are a supporter of the JellyGoon Squad, please hit that like button if you support my opinion and support my freedom of speech, that I can talk however I want to talk and whatever the fuck I want to say, right? You could just cut off the video and go to another person that, goes with your ideology. Anyway, guys and girls, please do subscribe and hit that notification button so you get updated on newest videos that come to this channel, of course, and you become a member of the JellyGoon Squad. See you motherfuckers later, and fuck the haters in the comments. Peace.